Today we are going to see 105th, 104th, 4 and 5, 104, 105. Last but one session, we have completed up to 103 as of yesterday. Om Bhakta-jana-sevyaayai Namah. And next one, Om Sarva-deva-stutaayai Namah. Bhagavan Krishna in Gita, towards the end, he says what seva you should do. Seva means service. The nature of service is, first and foremost, is absence of expectation. Wahi hai seva. It is, seva is out of love, out of knowing the need of it, and as a worship to God. These three are, all the three are important. Because one would say, I'm doing Desha Seva. That person may be very selfless, doing a lot of things for the sake of the country. Many people have done in India and many other parts of the world for the liberation of that very country, or by many other social reforms. But when they do it, even though they are selfless, but purity does not happen. Purity happens only when it is done for God. Because if let us say that I am doing it for the sake of the country's benefit, for my people to become free, there is always a hatred towards who is not giving us freedom. The person who is like a person who is doing it for releasing oneself from the colonial rule of some other country, some other culture, then obviously there is negative words used, negative impressions or feelings created towards those people for whom we are slaves, and all that happens. Though for himself he doesn't want anything. But in the case of true seva, which is for one's own personal growth, Bhagavan says very clearly, Adveshta Sarva-bhutana. It's important. Where the service is done with hating none, then only it is seva. My service should not be born out of hatred towards someone, angry towards something. That is the reason why here Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says towards the end of Bhagavad-Gita, the best seva you can do, O Arjun, is spread the word of Gita. Our Gurudev took it very, very seriously. Because Bhagavan says, Ye imam paramam guhyam bhakteshu abhidasyati. Ye imam paramam guhyam, meaning this great secret which is found in Gita. That's why Tilak, Lokamanya Tilak, when he wrote the message of Gita, he called it as Gita Rahasya. What is the secret of Gita? It is a imam paramam guhya. This is the greatest secret which I imparted to you, Arjun. Mad bhakteshu, towards my or to my devotees, abhidasyati, if you give. Bhaktim mai param krutva, and you should do it with devotion to me. then mame vaishyasi asamshaya. You will then reach me only. There is no doubt about this. So you don't need to do any other, say, a puja or anything. Just impart the knowledge to people. See, that is the reason when Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda, he was so busy. Every day he was giving lectures at different parts of the world. He was traveling. But, traditionally, a sadhu is expected to do upasana also. Upasana means worship of God, sitting in meditation, doing japa. Now, if you look at all the Shankaracharyas, whether it's a Puri or Sringeri or in Dwaraka or Joshiman, most of them, they are confined to their own mat only. Mathathipatis they become. Now, what they do? Morning till evening puja. Shankaracharya was not like that. Shankaracharya did not have a place to stay. What did he do throughout his small, little life? I mean, small, short, not little life. Short life he had, 32 years. Out of which first 10, 11 years is gone in the childhood and learning and etc. And then he went to his teacher. And 3-4 years spent there also. So actually he started the work when he was 15, 16 and he left the body in 32. In those 16 years, do you think that he has a place to stay and do puja, sitting and doing puja? Tirelessly running. What did he do? This is what he did. Spread the word of the Upanishad, Gita, Brahma Sutra to common man and clarify with the Pandits. Gurudev took inspiration from that. So many people asked him this question, Swamiji, I have never seen you sitting and doing puja. Which sadhus are expected to do. He said, I'm doing puja every day. My altar is my audience. My words to them is my puja to God. That's what I do. And every day I do it. That was what exactly he followed. Ya imam paramam guhyam bhakteshu abhidasyati. Those who give this knowledge to those people who are devoted to me, bhaktim mayi param krutva. And there is no doubt in my mind, Gurudev had so much of love for Bhagavan, constantly calling out to him. Whenever he is alone by himself, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. That's how he was. So he had so much devotion, not only when he was all by himself, but when he was with people, talking to them, giving them knowledge. Never got bored. Never. Never you would see him anytime feeling exhausted about his work also. Always ready. Many times people get tired of it. So once I remember, I was secretary in Bangalore. And it's a week-long Gurudev's yajna. And it rained that evening, that afternoon. So then he came out, as usual, get ready with his, chala, let's go. Oh, it's raining. So he looked at me, call the ground and find out how is the state of affair. It's an open ground. Obviously, it was definitely wet. Anyway, find out. I called the grounds and the people, the volunteers who were there, reported to me saying that, yeah, I don't think we can have it here today. It's raining. So we have to cancel. We have already put the note everywhere because there are around 1,000, 2,000 people in the grounds. They will come. Infantry Road, remember that ground. So I reported to Gurudev saying, Swami, I don't think we can live today. Okay. Let's have satsang here. So in the house where he was staying, he sat down. Yeah, let's start. He would not take that as a rest day. And we were very concerned. Swami, it's okay. No. I'm programmed to speak from 6:30 to 8. I have to talk. Come on, do some bhajans. So then, we are very happy. We are sitting down around him, around some 40, 50 people. So that was he. Never tired, constantly engaging in action. And the dissemination of knowledge, that is seva. So many people, they say seva is going and serving the poor. Yes, that is seva, no doubt. Or what you call homeless kitchen, yes, seva. Or build a house for the homeless, seva. Right? Or give shoes and clothes for those who do not have, that is seva. Teach the poor people, poor children, that is seva, no doubt. All these are all seva only. But Gurudev took to this exact words of Gita only. What? Give the knowledge of Bhagavan's message. That is seva. Which may not look like a seva at all for people. They may say, oh, you don't have seva like, doing that, doing this. No, our seva is very clear, straightforward. What Bhagavan has instructed directly in Bhagavad-Gita. Give this knowledge to people. Because giving food or giving shelter or giving clothes, etc., will be there 2 days, 3 days, 1 month, 2 months afterwards. But this knowledge will save the soul forever. Huh? This they don't see. Even Balvihar, when we are teaching, that children who are learning this, when they grow up and they become independent individual, even few things which they remember, that will save them from a lot of troubles. Their confusions will be gone. Decision making will be clear. And they will not be deluded by things. And they will not have suicidal tendencies because they know, because they would have heard, I am an eternal Paramatma. How can I be suicidal? How can I be, going down to such small, little pin and tricks of life? But that understanding when it comes, which we drill into them every Sunday. If every Sunday we do, at least one day they listen. So that was Gurudev's vision. Never stop this. So, imam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshu abhidasyati. And again, nacha tasman manushyeshu kaschid me priyakruttamaha. Nobody in this world is more dear than this person. Who gives knowledge. Manushyeshu, among all people, tasmat priyakruttamaha. Then more lovable than this person who gives the knowledge. I don't have. Name, tasmat, kaschit, nobody, priyakruttamaha, than this person who gives this knowledge. Bhavita nachame tasmad anyaha priyataro bhuvi. There is nobody who has been born in this world to become more dear to me than the person who imparts this knowledge to people. So when Gurudev started and people criticized him for giving this knowledge to people, deserving or undeserving, because Bhagavan Krishna says, don't give it to those people who don't deserve also. Today also morning we saw that. Don't give it to people who don't deserve. Gurudev said, how do you know that who deserves and who doesn't deserve? You judge it. In a crowd of 100 people, how do you know who is deserving and who is not deserving? Maybe a person doesn't deserve today, but what I said will go into him. When he becomes deserving, it will come to him. Isn't it? You sow the seed, at the right time when the rain comes, it will sprout. Today you may not see its growth. And tomorrow when the fertility of the ground is increased, suddenly you will see that fellow coming out. How do you say it is not? So I don't care. I will give it to everyone. Who wants to take it, take it. Those who do not want to get, walk out. I will give. Nobody can stop me. So that's why he says, nobody who is more dear to me in this world ever born, other than the one who imparts this knowledge. Adyeshyete cha imam dharmyam samvadam avayoho. This knowledge which we have gained, which I have imparted to you through this conversation, jnana yajnena tena aham ishtahasyam iti memadihi. This is what is called jnana yajna. That's why he called it as Gita Jnana Yajna. That word came out of this very statement. And that is a word he coined, and then now everybody is using Gita Jnana Yajna. He only started that. Because any yajna, Gurudev was asked this question, Swami, why you call it as a yajna? Because usually a ritual yajna is where you offer things into the fire to gods, right? You offer what calls Rudrayadam Namaha, Shivayadam Namaha. You say and offer to the fire in the name of God. But here, what is the fire? What is offered? To whom it is offered? So Gurudev said, Ajnanam is offered in the fire of knowledge. Your own ignorance is burnt in this fire of knowledge. I create the fire, you burn your ignorance there. So that is why he called it as Gita Jnana Yajna. And even today, many people don't understand that word Jnana Yajna. So they think there's still, when we have some places where we go, so we are going to conduct a Jnana Yajna. So when I was doing the secretarial work, and we used to have almost every month one yajna by somebody or the other. So the whole of the year, there'll be 12 or 15 jnana yajnas in different parts of the city. So when I approach a clubhouse like this or a temple, and then I say that we are going to have a week-long jnana yajna. What about the fire? Where would you create the fire? No fire. It will be created in the heart of everybody. Don't worry about it. Because their idea of yajna is we are going to have fire and all this. We will have only fiery speech, no fire there. So, adhyeshyete cha imam dharmyam. This, whoever is teaching, samvadam avayoho, this conversation of both of us, jnana yajnena tena, by that jnana yajna, aham ishtaha. It is most loving to me, ishtasyam iti memadihi. And shraddhavan anasuyascha, one who is having faith and one who does not speak ill of it, shrunuyat biyonaraha. Even somebody listens to it. Many of the people in the Balvihar parents, they tell me, Swamiji, when I was growing up, I was in the school or I was in the university. Gurudev visited our city. We used to have Swami Chinmayanandaji talk, but I have no idea about who this. But it happened in the hostel grounds where I was studying. Many of them have said that in the medical school or some engineering school, where in the main grounds, Gurudev would have gone and given a talk. Because he conducted around 500, 600 talks throughout his life. So definitely he might have gone to one of those places. We would be sitting in our hostel room and could hear him. Passing by, we have heard. And the effect of is what? I brought my children to Balvihar. How? How that passing sound of Gurudev had prompted this person to understand this is important. And one person has said, one of our members, he is no more, his wife was very interested in Gurudev's, because she heard from her friends, etc. So her friend dragged her here only in US. So she said, I want to go. So the husband said, I am not interested in that. You don't need to come. You drop me at the entrance and you go wherever you want to go. All right. So first day, he took her and dropped her in the near the place where it was going on, and he went. He went to do his work, etc. And then she said, Swamiji will finish at around 8 o'clock, and so you come and pick me up. Okay, so around 7:40 or so, he came and parked the car and waited. So full crowded, complete house full. It was Gurudev's talk was going on. So he said, okay, let me go to the door and see. He went and stood near the door, and he heard last 5-10 minutes only. This is interesting, It's making sense. So, and then when he went back home and he asked his wife, what is it? I heard only last part of it. And I heard some jokes also. Oh, Swamiji made a lot of jokes. Yeah, is it? He makes jokes, yes. I never see a sadhu making jokes. Next day, he dropped her, no doubt, but he didn't go anywhere. Sat in the last row. She didn't know. So he heard the whole talk. 2, 3, 4 days later, he was in the first row. After that, whether she wants it or not, I will be going. Are you coming? He said, what happened? I like that guy. This is not one person. Many people have said this. So even Shrunuyadapi, Shraddhavan Anasuyascha, Yaha Naraha Shrunuyadapi, even to listen to this. He doesn't need to teach. He said doing the teaching is my seva to me. Just listening is a seva. Shrunuyadapiyo naraha sa-api muktaha shubhan lokan prapnuyat punyakarmanam. Even the listening to this great conversation of ours, even that will be sufficient for a person to reach the highest. And Gurudev used to say, remember, therefore, all of you are eligible. You will go to Iman Punyalokam, only you will go. No doubt about that. Because you heard. Now, Bhagavan said that this is the seva. Bhakta-jana-sevyaayai Namah. Now, if you understand this is seva, who is not doing the seva? That also we should know, right? One, who is the person who is not eligible? That also Bhagavan made it clear. Idam tena tapaskaya na abhaktaya kadachana na cha ashrushave vachyam na chamam yo abhyasuyati. This knowledge should not be given, really speaking, to one who is not having discipline. Atapaskaya. Tapaskaha means tapaha karoti iti tapaskaha. One who is doing tapas. What is tapas? Basically, 3 kind of tapas Bhagavan has said. Vak tapas, manat tapas, and kaya tapas. Vak tapas is anutveshtakaram, anutvekakaram vakyam satyam priyahitam chayat swadhyaya abhyasanam chayeva vagmayam tapauchate. Tapas at the level of speech is not saying things that will excite, agitate others, and speaking only what is true, and speaking the truth also very lovingly, and speaking the truth lovingly, usefully. The 4 factors is good. Speak without agitating others. Say what is true as far as you know it. Then speak it lovingly and speak it usefully. All the 4. Just because it is true, you don't need to say. By the way I look at it, you look so ugly. It is true. Okay, very lovingly also you can say that. Dear, I want to tell you something. You look really, really, very ugly. No, very lovingly. But is it correct? It's agitating others. So, all the four. That is called Vak Tapas. And you get this tapas of Vak only by Swadhyaya and Abhyas. By study of the teachings of great people, how they lived, how they spoke, and how, in practice of it. So that is called tapas of the speech. Manaprasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Mind, tapas of the mind is manaprasad, keeping the mind calm and collected. Saumyatvam. Then maunam. Speak only needed. Atma vinigraha. Bhava samshuddhi rityetad manasam tabauchate. And bhava shuddhi, having the right attitude in your mind towards everybody. That is called, these are all called tapas of the mind. And then tapas of the kaya, body is Deva, Guru, Prajna, Pujanam, Saucham, Arjavam. So, regularly doing puja of the Ishtadevata, Guru, and one's own wise people of the world. Pujanam here is not necessary that you should do puja. Be respectful, adore them, respect them. These kind of Deva, Guru, Prajna, Pujanam, Shaucham, being pure, clean, Arjavam, being straightforward in your dealings with people. These are all called Kaya Puja or bodily tapas. So, the people who do not have this self-discipline, to them, if you give this knowledge, it is like pouring milk in a pot full of holes. If you pour the milk in a holy pot, then what happens? It's of no use to anybody. Because if the discipline is not there, the mind is distracted, and distracted mind cannot learn out of it. Na atapaskaya, na abhaktaya. The one who does not have devotion, don't give to that person. Because he cannot understand this knowledge. If the love is not there, he will not hold it. Love is that which holds it. If you want to remember the people in your mind, whom do you remember? The people whom you love come the first. Right? Because love holds that memory, the knowledge. That is a support. If that is not there. See, if somebody whom you love says something, will you take it seriously or not? Then a stranger who is on the road, he will say something. Will you take it seriously? If somebody is saying something, whose words you will take it too seriously? One whom you regard, you revere. Whether he says good thing or bad thing, you really pay attention to it. Why? Because such a person who is loving me, how can he say such things? Or if such a person who loves me says something, it has meaning. It has a relevance. It is important to me. Yes, some stranger say something. How do we care? So, abhaktaya na tas, na, what do you call it? He says here, na tapaskaya na bhaktaya katachana na vachyam. Don't give. Asrushushave, one who does not know how to serve the people, how to do seva to Guru or seva to the elders. And yaha abhyasuyati, and also one who ridicules God. To him you don't give. Because there are professors in the colleges, etc., who are all 100% atheists. They also read Bhagavad-Gita only to criticize it. I've seen many people like that. Why are you reading? You are you're an atheist. Why do you read Bhagavad-Gita? Only to know how to ridicule it, how to talk ill of it. Because to say this is not correct, you should read also. With an intent to bring down, in the intent to criticize and ridicule and, to quote. I also know Gita, but for that also, there are people who read. Abhyasuyakaha. Who are the Abhyasuyakahi? In another place he says, Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodam cha samsridaha mama atma paradeheshu pradvishantakaha Abhyasuyakaha. The people who are really of a negative nature are those who have ahankar, ego, balam. Balam here means not physical strength. It is, they are strong in their opinion. Darpam, arrogance. Kamam, desire. Krodam, anger. Samsritaha. Also, mama atma paradeheshu. In me as well as in all other living beings, my presence they ridicule. Mama atma paradeheshu. Pradvishantaha. They hate me. They hate. That's like Hiranyakashipu and such people. When Prahalad says that God is there in me, in you, everybody, and he doesn't like it. What do you mean? And he will go to the extent of even punishing his own son. Abhyasuyakaha. Such people also not eligible for study of Bhagavad-Gita. So therefore, Bhakta-jana-sevyaayai, meaning the people who really value it must be given this knowledge, and they will be, the person who gives is doing seva to me. And those who listen also, they do seva to me. But if you give to people who don't deserve it, you're actually not doing the right seva. That is why it is said, Kale deshe kale ta patre cha yaddanam tat satvikam. So, dhanam also, when you are giving, you must know the correct place, correct person, and correct time. One person went to his friend who just got married, and he couldn't go to his marriage. So, after 1 year, he went to him to congratulate him. I couldn't come to your marriage, sorry. I came 1 year later. I'm very sorry. But anyway, I brought the gift. You can take it now, or for the next one you can give it. So you have to give the thing at the correct time. That is why it is called sattvic. So even knowledge should be given to the deserving person, understanding whether that person is capable of knowing, practicing, and that requires discipline, love for God, etc. Also, in other place, who are the devotees of mine? Obviously, in general, Chaturvida bhajante vam jana sukriti arjuna artho jignasur artharthi jnani cha varadarshava. He said that 4 kinds of people worship me, and those who are people who have physical affliction, those who want money, those who want knowledge, and those who want me. Even though all the 4 different categories of people worship me, they come to me for what they want. Some people want physical afflictions overcome. People want money and wealth, etc. Some people want knowledge, but the one who wants me is the best. And why it is so? Because machitta matkata pranaha bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Because such people, their pastime is only to remember me. Machittaha, meaning keeping me in their mind, Maggata Pranaha. Their whole life is dedicated to me only. Bodhayanta Parasparam. They keep talking about the knowledge that I have imparted or what they have understood about me only to each other. Katayantasta mam nityam. They only speak me as the subject matter all the time. And while they are doing that, tushyanti charamanti. They delight, they enjoy this. See, I'm sure you have become whatever be profession you have taken in this in your profession. I'm sure you took to that particular subject in your life as important because the teacher that you taught you is really good. Isn't that true? Whichever subject you ask your children, what subject you like? Invariably, you will find the child would say, I like this particular subject. You know why? Because the teacher who teaches, he loves that subject. When he teaches or she teaches, he loves the subject. That is why I like that subject. If somebody comes and says, okay, chalo, okay, you don't feel like doing that. You will not take interest in that. Because in a small children's mind, impression is what? If the teacher is excited to teach, then that subject they will get very easily. If the teacher isn't disinterested. So here, they enjoy, while talking about this knowledge and talking about God, they have tushyanti charamanti. They delight and they revel. They are the true sevaks of me. So, yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam te dvanda vinirmuktaha bhajante mam dridhavrataha. Many places he gives a few points only I'm making there. These people whose sins have come to an end. Tu antagatam papam jananam punyakarmanam, and therefore they only engage in meritorious deeds. They have gone beyond the dualities. Te dvandva vinirmuktaha mam dridhavrataha bhajante. With a firm conviction, they worship me. And the reason they worship me with such a love is aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante. Bodhas bhava samanvitaha. Because they know what they know. Why they worship me with wholeheartedly? From me alone everything has come. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. From me alone everything has come. I am the origin of all. Knowing this, they cannot but love. Because their own being is from the Lord only. That when they know it, then obviously, what is my source? What is the very source of my existence? Without whom I am not. Without whom nothing is. And that having understood, they love me. They are the janaha mam sevyante. So therefore, Bhakta-jana-sevyaayai Namah. Now, next topic is Sarva-deva-stutaayai Namah. Sarva-deva-stuta means, Stuti means Bhagavan Krishna, or this Bhagavan who spoke through the Bhagavad-Gita is the one who is worshipped by all gods. How he become Sarva-deva Stuti Samarthaha. So one who become deserving to be worshipped by everyone. We all like Stuti, no? Somebody does praise of us. No, we like it. Chalo, go on. Like. So any stotram is what? Stuti artham stotram. When we have stotram, some people say it's like srotram. There's no srotram. Srotram ne. Stotram. Stuti. Stuti means praise. So when you praise God with so many words called stotram, right? And we always like our stuti, right? So somebody speaks good about what we do, what we are. So you look so nice today. So they indirectly says once in a while only. Sometimes you look nice, otherwise intolerable. So here Bhagavan says, who is the one? Sarva-deva-stutaayai. Who is the person? Who is the one who is deserving even devatas to do stuti? Here, a few pointers I will give you then. Who is a devata? Devi guna sampannaha devataha. Bhagavan Krishna says, who is a devata? A literal meaning of devata is those who are residents of heavens. Devaloka vasinaha devataha. Those who are remaining in the devaloka, they are called devatas. That's a usual definition. Another definition is of devatas are those who are worshipped through our Vedic rituals. Vayu, Agnihi, Indraha, Rudraha, ityadi. They are also considered as devatas. Or the powers that are governing the universe. Surya is a devata, Chandrama is a devata, Vayu is a devata, Agni is a devata, Prithvi is a devata. Even Samudra is devata. All these are all considered by the ancients as the powers which are governing this universe, and they are expressing Bhagavan's power only. And even nature is a devata. The very Prakriti itself is a devata. This very nature, the law of the nature, that itself is a devata. Devi Hesha Gunamayi. It's a Gunamayi devata. Now, but we should understand from the standpoint of Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita clearly says, Devi guna sampannaha devataha. Those who are having the divine qualities. So, it can be human beings themselves. Devatas need not have to be a denizens in the heaven. Human beings themselves can also be considered as devatas. When they have divine qualities, sattvic qualities. What are those he enumerates in one of the chapters? What are those? Abhayam. So he says, Devi Sampat Vimokshaya. Why do they are? What is the benefit of having the Devi gunas? It is going to release you from all bondages. See, it is like this. When you go to the medical doctor, your own, family doctor, what you would do when you go for regular checkup? What you would do? It says you have to do the lab tests, blood count. Nowadays, number of things that they look at more and more increasing. ACL, LCL. What is that? A1C, B1C. I want to see, you want to see. So many things are there. Blood count, then the urine, this and that, and so many things. So based upon the numbers that they have, this to this is the range. This point to this point. If it is more than that, the problem there. Less than this is also a problem. So they have a range. Between this, you have to be there. If you have this, then the doctor say you are healthy. Correct? You are out of trouble. If any one of them is wrong, going over the range, then medicine. So you are meditating on sin, therefore I have to give you medicine. So here, and also we have, see, all these serious medicine. Everything is my sin. I don't know how many my sins are there. All sins. Erythromycin. Erythromycin. Some more are there. Sin. So, also, just like a doctor looks at the range and says, so beyond this, it's not good, it's not healthy. In the same way, Devi guna hai, moksha milega. Devi sampat vimokshaya. These qualities will assure you liberation. And nibandaya surimata. When you have wrong values, definitely it is subject to binding you, which is called asuri sampat. Qualities of asuras. So even when people are singing, some are suraha, some are asuraha. Because the teacher also knows, one who teaches, this guy never gets a sura correct. Definitely is a asura. Oh, this is a swara, you have to sing. They never stick to that swara at all. They go all over the place. So, asuri mata. So, and immediately he says to Arjun, Masucha, do not worry, Arjun. Daivin sampadam abhijata hasi pandava. You have got it right. So, final certification from Krishna himself, Dr. Krishna has written, Arjun, your report shows that you have Daivi Sampada, no problem. So, what are the Daivi Sampada or qualities of divine nature? Abhayam, fearlessness. Sattva samshuddhihi, purity of mind. Jnana yoga vyavasthitihi, interested in pursuing the path of knowledge. Danam, the heart that has a feeling for charity. Damaha, control of the senses. Yajnaha, sacrifice. Swa-adhyaya, self-study. Tapaha, austerity. Arjavam, straightforwardness. Ahimsa, not hurting others. Satyam, speaking only the truth. Akrodha, no anger. Tyagaha, ability to let go what is not necessary. Shantihi, peace. Apaishunam, not having greed over somebody else's thing. Apaishunam. Or not having agitation over others. Others' wealth. There is no lobha, greed. And then mardavam, softness. Hrihi, modesty in everything. And another meaning is where there is feeling of shame about doing wrong things. Achapalam, mind is not having any. Chapala. Chapala means constant oscillation. Tejaha, brilliance. Kshama, patience. Dhritihi, firmness. Shaucham, cleanliness. Adroha, unrevengefulness. Na atimanita, absence of self-pride. Bhavati sampadam devi. Abhichatasya. Hey Bharata. These are all the qualities of Devatas. Not that the denizens in the heaven has got any one of them. Because they are pakka politicians. Who is a politician? Obviously, he does a lot of karma to get that point. He need not have to have these qualities. Do not think Devatas have got any of these qualities. They are all powerful. They have got the powers out of their tapas. They need not have to be divine by nature. Because we see in Valmiki Ramayana and as well as in Tulsi Ramayana, when Bharat goes to Rama to get him back, because he doesn't want, he was so pure that he doesn't want the kingdom, because even though he's been appointed, not appointed, obviously, Dasharatha did not appoint him, but anyway, Kaikeyi got that boon. So he is eligible to be the king. But so pure Bharata was, I won't even touch that. I want Rama alone deserves this. I will go to Rama and make him come back. After all, but Dasharatha has not spoken by his own words that he has to go to the forest, because he didn't say that. It is Kaikeyi who took the boon. And it has already come to me through Kaikeyi, right? Now I can give it to anybody. Now making them right. Yes. I can give it to anybody. I will give only to Ram. So he goes all the way to the forest to meet Rama. But if Rama accepts that point, then the whole problem will not be solved. The problem to be solved is Ravana. And the Indra and all the Devatas are so particular because Ravana has been persecuting them. So Ravana has to be removed, and that would happen only when Rama does not come back. Sita has to be kidnapped according to the plot. And then he has to go on to fight, etc. Yet if Rama, out of his great compassion, he goes, okay, Bharata, I will come. There is a problem. So Bharata is going, and Devatas are very upset. This is not right. In fact, when Rama was about to be crowned as the king, it is they who plotted it. No. This, he cannot be the king. Do something, oh Saraswati, do something. Saraswati was so unwilling. No, I will not do it. Better do it. You are also part of our crowd. Do it. So she only put the words into the mouth of Samantara. So there Bharata is going, and they were very agitated. At that time, again, the rishis are saying, how cunning you people are. So the Devatas are so fond of their powers. So don't think because they are Devatas have these qualities. No. Even as human beings, those who have got these qualities are considered by Bhagavan as Devata. Devi Guna Sampannaha. So even as human being, you can be a Devata. And you surpass all the other Devatas also. Those Devatas are power mothers. He made it very clear. Name vidussuraganaha. Suraganaha abhi name viduhu. They also don't know me. Krishna says, they are so narrow-minded. They cannot know. Prabhavam na maharshaya. Na me prabhavam maharshaya abhi na viduhu. Why? Because ahamadirhi devanam maharshinam cha sarvasha. I am the origin of them also. I only created them to create others. So therefore they don't know. Even as he showed his Vishwarupa, he makes it clear, Arjun, you are able to see. Devatas don't see it. They don't deserve to see it because you have these qualities. That's why I'm showing to you. That's why he says, Arjuna says, Amihitvam surasanga vishanti kechit bhita pranchalayo grananti swasti tyuktva maharshi siddha sangaha stuvanti tvam stutibi pashkala vihi. Those people who are not knowing you, they do not know. See, because when Bhagavan Vishwarupa Darshan he shows, he not only shows the beautiful side of him, he shows the pralaya also. Not only the creation, the beauty of creation, sustenance, and he shows the end. And the final end when everything has to be swallowed into himself. Nothing would remain. When he has taken to the final avatar of Kala, all things should merge into him, finally. So, when he shows this, people who have understood, we are going back to God only. What is there to worry about? Today also I was telling in the class. You see, we are afraid of death because we do not know where we are going, leaving this physical body, right? Many people, at the end of towards the fag end of their life, the fear sets in. You know what? I've lived through this life with this body. Now, where are we going to go at the end of it? This is where the knowledge helps. Now tell me, is it not every day you are ending yourself? Are you afraid? Are you afraid to leave this body at the time when you are sleeping? When sleep, you are holding this body or what? Do you? Do you not leave this physical body every day? Are you afraid? Then you will never go to sleep. Where are you going when you are leaving, when you are going to sleep? Where are you going? You are going to yourself only. Where else you are going? I am going into myself. Right? Therefore, you have no fear of going to the sleep. Otherwise, the bedroom become bad room. I don't know why they call it a bedroom, another is a living room. So that is not. That's a living room. This is what dead room. Family room, living room, dead room. Because obviously that is what happens, right? Where are you going? I'm going where? I'm not going anywhere else other than to myself. So here, Siddha Sangaha, they are Swasti Yuktva. They are saying Swasti. Great. Where am I going? I'm going to my own source. Like the river going back to the ocean. Swasti Yuktva Maharshi Siddha Sangaha Stuvanti. There. This is the beautiful knowledge that we get. That when the time to disappear from the world, we ourselves, when this physical body we have to let go and go, at that time you should smile in such a way, I'm going back to myself. I'm going to my own source. What is there to be unhappy about? But because of our attachment, because of our importance that we give to everything else, we are not ready to go, ready to leave. This knowledge is the saving knowledge where you can bring a smile when you are going. That's what very great Mahatmas have said. When you came crying. While going, you have to laugh and go. There's a song also there, no? In Kabir Das. When you came, Jo aap paida hue, when you became born, people laughed and you cried. Correct? There is a song, right? I think it's Kabir or I don't remember who it was. So when you were born, others were laughing. I mean, laughing means happy, and you were crying. Aisa जीवन जियो, live in such a way, चलने के समय आप हंसो और लोग रोए, रोने दो. Live in such a way, you laugh, let others cry. That is what. So why do you laugh? I laugh because I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to myself. So, Rudra, Aditya, Vasavaha, Yecha, Sadhyaha, Vishveshaha, Ashvino, Marudaha, Ushpamascha, Gandharva, Yaksha, Surasiddha Sangha, Vikshante Tvam, Vismasaschaiva Sarve. All of them are looking at you with great wonder because they have never seen. This is what is the final end. What is the apocalypse? What is that? Apocalypse. What is it? Apocalypse. Yesterday also I had, what is it? Apocalypse. Huh? Apocalypse. Whatever it be. We are not afraid of it. We should be happy. Oh yeah, very good. Chalo. हम चलेंगे वहां. स्थाने ऋषिकेश तव प्रकीर्त्या जगत प्रकृष्यति अनुरज्यते च. It is so appropriate that you are the one who created this universe, and all the delights and joy that we get have all come from you only. So it is so appropriate. You are the most praiseworthy. Devadaha stuvanti. That's what he said. Sarva-deva-stutaayai Namah. Because they all know everything that is there, that has come to be there, all have come from you only. Whatever I enjoyed because of your creation. So, Rakshamsi Bhitani Disho Dravanti. Those who don't understand, they run. Rakshamsi Bhitani. All the Rakshasas who are against you, they cannot tolerate this. They run away from you. Sarve namasyanti jasiddha sangaha. And when they run also, Bhagavan won't leave anyone. Nobody can escape. with his long tongue, bring it back. And the way he will crush your head is that half the body outside, half the body inside. It's like a Carl's Jr. Bhagavan will bite you in such a way, half a body will get out. Like, people when they eat this double burger, and then the cheese, coming out of their mouth. Meat also, half of that outside. I always remember with that scene, Bhagavan's opening the mouth and closing it. Carl's Jr. Because where are you going? You cannot escape. Can you escape from the space? Can you go outside the space? Space means the entire, but not the atmosphere. Of course, you can go outside the atmosphere. But beyond the space, where do you go? So, kasmachatena rameran mahatman. Therefore, how they cannot worship you? Gariyase brahmanaha api adikartre. You are the creator of the creator itself. Brahmanaha api adikartre. You are the one who is creator of Brahma also. Ananta devesha jagan nivasa twamaksharam sadasat param cha yat. You are the imperishable. You are beyond the cause and effect. Tvamadideva Purusha Puranaha. These are all Gurudev writes in his commentary. The best prayers, Arjuna's prayer. In Bhagavad-Gita, there is no particular prayer, but this is the portion where Arjuna is expressing his love and devotion to God. Tvamadideva Purusha Puranaha. You are the ultimate Purusha and you are the very origin of everything. Tomasya Vishwasya Param Nidanam. You are the support of the universe at all times. Vetasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dama Tvaya Tadam Vishwam Anantarupa. You are the one, Vetasi Vedyam Cha. You are the one who knows everything. You are the only one to be known. Everything else I know is not going to help me at the time of death. You are the only one to be known, who knows everything. Param Chadama, you are the supreme abode. Tvaya Tadam, by you alone is pervaded the whole world. Vayur Yamognir Varuna Shashankaha, all these other gods, Vayuhu, Yamaha, Agnihi, Varunaha, Shashankaha, Prajapatihi, you are the one. Pradipidamahasya Namo Namaste Sahasra Kritva. Salutations, salutations, and salutations to you. Punascha Bhuyo Namo Namaste. Again and again salutations to you. So these salutations come out of Devi. So the quality of divine nature alone can make us able to see the divinity of his presence everywhere. And therefore, Sarva-deva-stutaayai Namah. So these two of the names we have seen today. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om.
Please go and press.